Hello friends, and welcome back to our little coffee club. So today we're going to do an unboxing. I'm going to show you guys a couple of tools that were sent to me by Ikape. Before I get into all of that, let me once again mention that I am recording this video as if it was a live. There will be only one angle, one take. There shouldn't be any cuts. I can't go back and edit anything. I can't fix anything. If I say something wrong, please forgive me. Try to use your imagination or comment below. Comment below. I answer absolutely everyone. Leave me a comment. We can talk about it. I can make a correction then. Another thing is that I would love to add the website of the folks at Ikape and give you some information as to what they sent me. And my intentions is to add that later on the description of the video. So it should be down there. But knowing that I know myself, and I will almost for sure forget to do that, leave me a comment, okay? And I will for sure answer you and give you the link to their website, or maybe I'll find it in Amazon and send you a link to the stuff there. And yeah, all that good stuff. So I can maybe look up the price if that's what you want to know. I'll do all of that for you. But but again, I can't add it on the screen now because I'm recording this as if it was a live. So today I took the time to do the whole setup. And let me mention before we get going, let me mention that this is another kind of live sessions that I've been playing with, another idea, right, as to how to go about lives. The video where I first talk about doing lives out in the balcony with the whole cocktail and coffee at night and hanging out with you guys outside in the balcony. I really love that idea. I still want to do that, but maybe we can incorporate some of this type of style and some on the balcony. Now I did get some feedback from you guys, and Kent and Jason reached out and said, hey, look, both of them are completely on the other side of the world. Okay, so if I go live at 8 o'clock at night on Friday nights, Eastern time here in the US, for them it's like in the middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m. or something like that, which is not reasonable. But this kind of setup, this kind of lives, I can do I have more flexibility. I don't want to do out in the balcony in the middle of the day with the traffic and the noises. And also the whole cocktail idea in the middle of the day, that's a no-go. I know it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but no, my drinking is definitely at night. Middle of the day, we could definitely do a brew session, that's for sure. All right, let me bring out the stuff. Now, being that this is only one take, you will see me when I move the phone, when I refocus, when everything that I do, you're gonna see it. So I got to check to see if that's in frame. Wow, I set it down perfect. Okay, let me lock the focus. So you see, when I go lock the focus, I have to move the phone around a little bit because, there's no way to touch it and for it not to move. So, but yeah. Okay, so now we have the focus locked here. And again, this is from Ikape. Here's the name of the company. It's Ikape. They're very well known. These folks make very high-end stuff at an unbeatable price. Like really, what you get for your money here, it's unbeatable. I mean, I don't know anybody else that's doing it this well at these kind of prices. And yeah, you guys have told me more than once, several times, about getting a self-leveling spring-loaded tamper. And well, now I have one. Okay, that's what this one is. I opened the box because I wanted to read the instructions, because I took a peek. And here it is. They send you a little bit of instructions. I already read this because I wanted to know what this was. I took a peek inside. I saw this. I'm like, what, do I have to put this together? So let's first talk about this. It does tell you how to do it on the instructions. That's what they are all about. So there's already a spring inside the tamper that is calibrated for 30 PSI. Okay, this one is for 15 PSI. So if you want to tamp with less pressure, then you would swap out and put this spring in the tamper. They show you how to do that. It's very simple. You just unscrew the top, switch out the springs, put the top back on, and you're done, okay? So let's take a look. So that's what that is. Again, I'm doing this like in a live kind of fashion, so there is no pause the video and then reset and refocus. You're gonna see everything here, okay? So there's nothing else here in the box. This is quite heavy, so let me tell you, it's very well built, man. This feels like really, really high-end, high quality. There you see the spring-loaded action. Well, I haven't used it. Obviously, this is an unboxing. It has the bottom is the ripple kind, okay? And wow, I'm very happy with the build quality. But these folks, the build quality is always like this. All of their products, from what I've seen, awesome build quality. The materials are top notch. Stainless steel and some aluminum up here, but I believe there are no plastic pieces or anything. This is pretty much all metal. So yeah, that's this. Let me put this off to the side. Again, since this is like almost live, I gotta get used to like keep talking and all that stuff because I can't pause the video. So yeah. All right, let's get into, let me relock the focus. You see, let me switch out the boxes. We'll relock the focus on the other box just in case. The thing is, if I don't lock the focus, sometimes the camera goes to the background and comes back up and it just starts wandering all over, and that is no bueno. Okay, let's see. All right, this one, I took a look at it. I didn't read the instructions for this one. I don't even know what it says in here because this is a lot more self-explanatory, but it's just, this is a distribution tool and it's weighted. So this kind of, this is very, very heavy, and you're gonna put this over your portafilter and just gravity is gonna press down and then you spin it to distribute. Okay, so this is a weighted distribution tool. I've never had one of these. Here, okay, I forgot to take something out, which I meant to show you. Give me another second. Okay, because over here, I have my Breville stuff. And on the Breville, I never bought like a Tamper, something like this, and the Bianca came with this one, which I love. This Tamper, it's awesome, and it's what I've always used. But with this, you have to learn. It takes a little bit more practice and manual aspects of making espresso, which I really love. And I still will use this maybe even most of the time. The one from Pasado, this one, this is like a piece of art. I bought it because it's like art. I love this thing. And if you're into collecting tools and, different glasses and cups and, you want things to look nice, and there are certain tools and certain objects that you will gravitate, that you want to just have them on your coffee bar. And this was one of those items. But once I started using this, because of the beveled edge here, it just makes it so much harder for me to tamp down and keep it level. And I have always struggled with this. But because I use it sometimes and people see me struggle, they always tell me, hey, why don't you just get a self-leveling spring-loaded tamper and be done with it? So, but again, I like the manual aspects of making espresso. I like the workflow and learning the basics, right? All of that stuff. And that's what I've been practicing. But I always intended to get one. I have always said it, hey, I'm gonna eventually get one. And well, today's the day. So we're gonna use it today. In a couple minutes, we'll use it for the very first time and see how it works. But on the Breville system, I always had this tool. Now, what I never liked about this is that depending on the coffee you're making, you would have to adjust the height here, because this, first, this one does not, as you can see, it's not like this one. You're gonna put it on your portafilter and it's just gonna sink down, and gravity will adjust so that it always touches the coffee and distributes, right? With this one, sometimes as soon as sometimes there's just so little bit of coffee that this is doing nothing. I have always said it, this probably is doing nothing, a lot of times. Sometimes it does, it distributes. And at best, these kind of tools, this one and this one, they're gonna distribute the coffee that's on top. That's it. It's not gonna help your puck underneath. So if you wanna do that, my belief is just doing WDT. Now, is it a must? Yeah, absolutely not. The next video I'm gonna record after this one is gonna be for a Sunday. And I plan on pulling 3 shots on that occasion. I'm gonna pull a shot where I will only tamp the puck, just tamp, okay? Then I will pull another shot where I distribute. And that's all I'm gonna do, just distribute. And then no tamping or nothing else, okay? And then I'm gonna pull a shot. We're gonna pull 3 shots that day. I'm gonna pull a shot where all I'm gonna do is just put the powder in there, level it off, tap it, put my puck screen. Again, I will always use the puck screen because I just like to keep my machine clean and I don't want the puck to stick to the shower screen. That's basically it. It's just for keeping things clean. I don't think this does much of anything else, but I will use this, but nothing else. I'm just gonna put the grounds in there, let's shake it around, level it off, tap it, put this up here and lock it in and pull the shot. And I have a feeling, now I could be wrong because sometimes I've been wrong on this. My intuition has been wrong several times. And this could be one of those times where maybe I'm just gonna be wrong. But stick around, join us here on the channel. I would love to have you guys subscribe, you know. And we're gonna get around to doing that experiment. That will be a Sunday video, so that will be weeks after this one, okay? Several weeks. The reason why I wanted to do an unboxing, well, first I wanna keep putting up Friday videos. This should be the 3rd Friday in a row where I put up a video in this type of fashion. And again, it's just like practicing for when I go live, okay? And again, I want to get feedback. I haven't heard anything coming back from you guys as of yet with this style of video. Are you guys okay with this? It's not out in the balcony, but we'll do that. We'll do both. My intention is to still do both. I really, really enjoyed the whole idea of the cocktail and the coffee and sit out in the balcony and talk to you guys. I've done 2 of those videos, but they were edited. But eventually I want to do that kind of thing live. And also this kind of thing. And these I can do earlier so that Kent and Jason can be here with me because I want as many of you folks participating. And something else that I want to bring up. And wow, if somebody clicked on this video just to hear me just give my review on these 2 things, they're already gone. Let's just face it. I lost them. You know, guys, this is a talk show. We come here to relax and to spend a little bit of time together and hopefully to get your day started in a positive and just tranquil way, just making coffee, you know, relaxing. We talk a lot, but yeah, I know if you came to just to see the review, you're gone by now. But yeah, if you join us here on the channel, we love to have you. We brew coffee, talk about coffee. Sometimes I'll go to coffee shops and bring you along for the experience. When I travel, I always visit coffee shops and tell you guys what happened, and I show you some of that. And yeah, it's fun. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but my train of thought of what I was first gonna say, I don't even remember. So, but we gotta move on. Again, like if it was live. So, but I know I wanted to get one more point across. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep going. Anyway, so these are the tools. I had a dosing funnel and one of these that you could tamp and distribute for the Breville, and I never bought a distribution tool for the 58 millimeter for the Bianca, but now I have one. So, all right, let me put this off to the side. And we got to push through. We got to keep going. So, you know, my intentions is to pull the shot and make a cortado. I'm going to use, once again, since I'm doing a milk drink, you guys know I like something a little bit more developed. So I'm going to use this coffee that Anna gave me. You know, I mention Anna here on the channel all the time. But Anna is my wife's sister, so my sister-in-law. Let me refocus, make sure that I'm still focused here. Okay, I don't know. The focus looked like it was right, but definitely the, how do you call that? The lighting, I can't remember all the, the word. But yeah, things changed. But the focus, I think, was correct. All right, so this is a dark roast. I like using darker roasted coffees for milk drinks. Although recently we pulled a shot with something light and I made a milk drink that was outstanding. It's maybe the best one I've ever done with a lighter roasted coffee. But it was that Manhattan coffee that I really loved, the Anilson Faria. That coffee made great espresso and it worked for milk that day. It was pretty delicious. So yeah, but today I'm on my regular usual stuff. This coffee should be dialed in. Let me take a look at the grind size. Okay, so yeah, I've been pulling 8-bar shots with this coffee. Grind size is 14.5. So let me set that. Okay, right there, 14.5. And I should be looking for somewhere around 30 seconds. 25 should be fine, 35 should be fine, somewhere between 25 and 35. All right, so let's dose out our 18 grams. So first time I'm using these tools, we're gonna see how I like them. But so far I could tell you the build quality, man, this is just solid metal. It's just very heavy, very nice. If you have the black setup on your espresso bar, this will go perfect. For me, I have this whole it was pretty much everything was white. I've always had some black accents. You could call it black and white. So I have both, but yeah. All right, so let's dose out our 18 grams. Okay. Man, one take. I wonder how long this video is gonna be. All right, can you guys see the numbers there? Maybe not. Let me get it closer. How about right here? Man, you should be able to see the numbers there. Let me refocus. There we go. Okay. Okay, so 18 grams. Oh, I forgot my little scoop thing. Well, I have to use my hand. I have to say, man, like recording in this fashion, I'm so much more like nervous than like, because I know I can't fix anything. Okay, 14.6, 16. Okay, went a little bit over. All right, 18, between 18 and 18.1. So yeah, Anna brought me this coffee back from Washington, D.C. It has the whole theming of the cherry blossom. She went out there to see the cherry blossom. There's a beautiful display that happens every year when the trees blossom. A lot of folks go see it, and it's just beautiful. Maybe in the U.S., it could be the best spot to go see the cherry blossom. Okay, now another thing is, there's been a couple of folks that have asked me that how come when I do a cortado, I don't just pull the shot into the cortado cup. And if I wasn't recording, that's what I would do. But since I want you guys to visually be able to see the shot, that's why I always brew into the shot glass, which is clear. My cortado cups are amber and you can't easily see the coffee inside. So that's why I brew into the shot glass and then transfer the coffee over. Okay, so we have our 18 grams. We are set at 14.5 as grind size. Let me bring the phone so you guys could, let me show you the roast level, because it's like a medium dark. It's not that dark. Let me show you guys. Again, one take, so I have to, the phone's gonna shake all around like that. But all right, here you see it. It is dark, but not super dark. There you see the grind size, 14.5. Oh, you see, that's why I always start it one more time, because sometimes there's a bean that hasn't gone through. This is a perfect example. You're gonna see it's still gonna grind. There was still one in there. So that's why I always restart it. Then I tap the spout, because there's always a little bit of coffee hanging up here. As my friend Angel says, and it's definitely true. That's why I always do it now. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Okay, there you see it. We are right at 18 grams. So pretty much same thing we put in, same thing we got back out from the niche 0. Relock the focus. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so now I can get the scale out of the way. Put the cup where it's focused at. Today we're gonna be on the Time More scale. This is the Black Mirror Nano is called, and it has the automatic espresso function. Today we're gonna be on this scale. Usually I brew on the Ikape, but yeah, I hadn't used that scale in a little while, so we're gonna use it today. I forgot my little bar towels. Let me get those out. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's no condensation or anything. I haven't pulled any shots. Oh, we have to fluff it up. So I always start by just fluffing up the grounds. Again, all this workflow, guys, and all this stuff, at the end of the day, is this necessary? Well, it could help you. In some shots, I think it will make a difference. In some shots, in some situations, sometimes. But, you know, more often than not, I don't think so that it's gonna make too much difference at all. Like if I just, you know, didn't do not even the fluffing up, I just basically went right in here. And again, join us here on the channel because you're gonna see that pretty soon on a Sunday. I've been doing the Sunday videos, guys, for almost like, I think like 3 years now. Every Sunday, every Sunday morning at 7 a.m., you guys get a new video from me. So, you know, so that day, I think all I'm gonna do, well, that is not even, it's not even, you know, there could be, I'm rethinking this. Maybe I should at least do WDT. We'll see, I'll think about it. But perhaps we'll do at least WDT so I can kind of even this out because it's completely lopsided. If I don't at least do WDT, things might not go according to plan. Now, I think if you only tamp, it would have been fine. But, you know, workflow, if you enjoy it, then go ahead, do it. I think it's good practice and you'll get the best results if you do all three things. You know, you do WDT. Again, if you have one of these type of distribution tools, you see, but right here, I think I could just drop my puck screen, lock it in and pull a shot and it's gonna be fine. I think this will be fine. So maybe that day, that's what we're gonna do. I'll do one with WDT, one with tamping, one with distribution, see if there's any difference. I don't think so. I think as far as pressure and timing, it'll probably be pretty much the same because all of that is determined by your grind size and not your tamping pressure or anything else. Now, one thing that we have noticed time and time again here on the channel is that if you don't tamp or you do some kind of light thing or distribution only, the shot is more likely to channel. Just like visual channeling that you'll see it. And that's not ideal. That's why I'm saying maybe it's better you just do all three things, right? It's just, but as far as flavor, timing, pressure, all those things, I think it's fine. It's gonna be just fine. Now, you might have to clean up a little bit more mess if you didn't tamp. That's all that happens. All right, so first time I'm using this. So basically, just put it like this, let it drop, and now we spin it. This is one of those tools that is just kind of fun to use. You know, I know a lot of you guys probably have one. You know, this for sure, if I were to pull a shot here, man, that's gonna be fine. That's not, I don't think anything's gonna happen. This already pushed it enough down that I'll put my puck screen, pull the shot, and we should be fine. Okay, you know what, let me get you a little bit closer in for the tamp. You know, I'm fumbling the phone around here. Okay, let me refocus. Okay, and I get a tamp right here. So first time using the tamper, let's see how this goes. Now that's gonna level it for you, so this becomes kind of like a no-brainer. So this one, I believe this is one of those tampers that clicks when you finish pressing. So you press down until you hear the click, and then you're done. You got 30 pounds, PSI, nice level tamp every single time, and you can be as consistent as possible. Will that make a difference in your taste or enjoyment of your shot? You know, maybe not. I don't know. You guys comment below, you let me know. All right, let's see. First time ever using this thing. There you see it. Okay, it clicked. Okay, 30 pounds. There you see there's not much stuck to the bottom. It's clean. Okay. Nice tamp. Of course, it's gonna be level. This is perfect, you know. I have to agree with you guys. This is the best case scenario, right? You do WDT, distribute, tamp, and you'll probably get the best results. Every now and then you'll see some actual benefits from that. Okay, whether it's from channeling not happening or from flavor, maybe some kind of detectable difference. it would probably be small in my opinion. But yeah, it's probably good practice to just do all three. And again, if it's part of your workflow, you enjoy it, you know, why not? So check out the folks at Ikape. I mean, thank you for sending me this. Really appreciate it. I always wanted to get one. Now I have one. You're gonna see these tools now, a whole bunch here on the channel for sure. I will still use my manual tamping. I don't want to lose the practice that I've gained through the years of doing this. So here's my puck screen. Let's drop it in and lock in. You know what? Let's run it. If it's your first time here on my channel, thank you for watching. Welcome, welcome. We love having you here. Let's lock it in. You know, when I do the test of the, you know, we'll do the WDT distribution and just tamp. And on that, when I do that test, being that, let me show you guys. Let me see, the focus was locked. Okay. See, I'm on the Lelit Bianca and it has flow control. So I can always kind of control the flow so that I get the same kind of timing and I can play with it that way and save some shots or elevate some shots to another level. I do think this is a game changer feature. Having flow control on the machine is just, to me, it's awesome. I mean, it's not a must, but well, it is a game changer. Okay, it's one of those features that is just awesome to have. So the day that we do that, I think I'm just gonna pull the shot just maybe right there, like at 4 o'clock, right? Usually I start the shot here at 5 o'clock. And when the pressure starts coming in, which takes about 9 seconds, the reason is that you won't get any pressure until this whole cavity fills with water. After it's all full with water, the water has nowhere to go, and then it starts to push through the puck of coffee, and that's what pressure is. It can't escape, it starts to build pressure, and it pushes through the puck of coffee, and it goes down nice and even everywhere. That's why I always say that shower screens don't really matter, okay? Another thing to note is that I'm at 85 for these darker coffees. I like pulling the shots at 85 and not 95. Okay, so, but anyway, back to the subject. On that day, I'm not gonna touch the paddle. I will put it maybe here, I think, for this coffee. You know, today, let's do that. I'm not gonna do any flow control. I'm just gonna leave the paddle there. I'll let you guys know what kind of pressure we hit. And then I'm looking for 45 grams out, right? So I always do a 1 to 2.5. Today, as soon as I hit 45 grams, I'll stop the machine and let you guys know if we went over 9 bars or what. Maybe next time I will adjust it a little bit down or fully open. That's fully open there. But I think right here is where I've been with this grind size, looking for like 30 to 35 seconds. Right there, I never open it all the way. And obviously, if I close it more, the shot would take even longer because there's less water coming out. That's what flow control is. All right, let me put this down. And being that this is just one long clip, and now I have to figure out what did I use last time to. Okay, what about this tool? If I put it on top of, is that high enough? Yeah, that works. Okay, so it's on top of the distribution tool. So that ends up being pretty much the perfect size. You can see the bottom of the portafilter. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's perfect. You'll see the shot pulling. All right, so this is the time more scale. You know, this video's already, how long have I been recording? Since it's one take, this is 29 minutes, or just about 29 minutes. It's already a long video. We gotta get going here. All right, so you saw the tools. Okay, if you were here just for the tools, you know, they work perfectly. They're very well made, very high quality. I highly appreciate the fact that they sent me this and highly recommend this company. They always make products that look and feel very well done and at an unbeatable price. So you can't really get anything better than this. Okay, so you see the A flashing. We're ready to put the cup up here. And then it's gonna tear by itself. And when the A starts flashing again, now you can start pulling the shot. So I will tell you guys, again, we're looking for 45 grams out, hopefully 45 grams out in hopefully around 35 seconds, something like that. I'm not gonna touch the paddle. It's pretty much at 4 o'clock, I will call it, and we'll see how long it takes. So usually I like to let the pressure come in slowly So there is some likelihood of channeling happening here. Hopefully not. We did good puck prep. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's shot up, guys, to 11 bar. That's not ideal. That's why I like to control the pressure. Now it's dropping. Okay, it's down to 10 bar. It's still dropping, but very slowly. We're looking for 45 grams out. Now it's at 9.5 bars. It stopped dropping. I mean, it's pretty much steady, 9.5 bar. We're looking for 45. Oh man, did I nail it? 44.9. I saw it saying 45 for a second there. And look, 31 seconds. So the pressure was a little bit high, but the timing and I nailed the, as far as the yield, right? 45 grams, and the timing was perfect. 31 seconds from first drip. Should have been like, I didn't take note of that, but it should have been like 10 more seconds. So maybe 41 seconds overall. So this is perfect. This is exactly what you want with this coffee. The only thing is, usually I've been pulling 8-bar shots, so I would have controlled that with the paddle. And that's what elevates the shot to another level. That's what makes it even tastier, right? Because you can control your pressure, do your pressure profiling. But I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know in a second. I would expect this to perhaps be a little bit over extracted. Now, again, my temperature is down to 85, which is really low, but let's see. Cheers. You know, it's very good. It's delicious shot. Way in the background, you can start see the little bitterness creeping in. Okay, you could see that. And at 8 bars, I've been able to avoid that, but it's a beautiful shot. This has like a little tartness up front. At least today, I'm definitely getting like a little, like maybe cherry. Yeah, lovely. Like perhaps little cherry. Maybe like sometimes we've gotten the currants, like the black currants, red currants, that kind of stuff. It's a little tartness up front. There is a little bit of bitterness in the background, but very well balanced with the sweetness of the coffee. I will call it like maybe like a little dark chocolate and caramel in there. So it's very traditional, very good tasting. This is perfect for making milk drinks. And this, you know, for making milk drinks, this is what I like. I kid you not. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Give me a second. Okay, now what else? Okay, we're gonna make a milk drink, so I'm gonna put this over to the cortado glass. You know, I would be perfectly okay drinking this just like this, the shot itself. But since I set out, we're gonna do milk today. Yeah, so we're still gonna make the cortado, but wow, it ended up tasting really, really good. I would not mind this. Sometimes I like drinking traditional shots. I'm okay with that. Do I like the new school shots even better? Yeah, I like a little bit more acidity and brightness up front, and then getting into something more like this, right? The sweetness, maybe a little dark chocolate caramel in the background. You know, that's what that Congo Kivu always gave me from Good Brothers. I've said it so many times, that coffee was great for making espresso. Also, the Anison Faria, it had that kind of thing, but that one is a little bit fruitier. But yeah, anyway, let's put this over here. Let's get some milk. Give me a second. So we'll see how this kind of setup works for, let me back this up. Okay, and we are up to 35 minutes. We are we are going, man. We are going. Okay, let me try to lock the focus there. That should work. Have this ready. Okay, let me get the milk. You guys hear all the noises and everything because the mic comes with me. So no matter what. All right, now today I have 2%. I have 2%. So we should do pretty good with the latte art. We'll see. right, let's get to steaming. Now, you guys might want to turn down the volume a little bit. I'm not going to talk while I'm steaming, so that you can maybe turn down the volume a little bit, because this is going to be loud and annoying and the mic is on me. So usually what I do when I do my edits and I show you guys this, I definitely lower the volume a whole bunch so that this is not annoying, and I balance it with the music and all that stuff. Again, you're going to get that kind of videos on Sundays. That's still going to keep happening. But you know, this kind of raw stuff for Fridays, you know, it's just extra content. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Drop in, say hello. I say hi to everyone. And I noticed that, when I use the, you know, that kind of setup, there's always splashing a little bit happening, and there's little specks here. That's driving me crazy. I want to clean that up before even continuing. So usually I pause the, you know, but there's no signs of channeling. I don't see, you know, you guys were looking at the bottom of the portafilter. I didn't have that angle, so I don't know, but I don't see any signs of channeling. I think the shot pulled perfectly. And again, it says something about our pug prep, right? Pug prep was good, so I don't see any signs of channeling. And again, we were like over 10 bars, and still, like, I don't think we had any kind of channeling. So once again, if you do good pug prep, you should have good results. Okay, we'll see how that turns out. Now, one good thing about the Bianca, it has one of those steam ones that do not get hot, only the very tip, you know, but you can touch it and it won't burn you. Okay, let's take a look at the latte art. Let me refocus, bring this back a little bit. Maybe from here, you'll be able to see. Anyway, I'll do my best to show you what's happening, but here we go. It's not ideal. I already left this settle for too long here, but okay, once again, I did a fairly decent job. I like this. Let me show you guys. I like usually having music in this part, so, but it's one of those things about doing this live. So I don't want the focus to be locked now, but it won't come off the, we're gonna have to roll with this. Okay, but anyway, there you see it. Refocus, there you go. But man, I got some really nice separation, the color, because again, the coffee is darker. It's like a darker coffee. So you get nice contrast. You know, the heart is very, very nice, interesting today. Right? Pretty cool. All right. Now let me set this back down and set it up the way I usually do for the rest of the clip. And we're gonna have to wrap this up because I wanted to talk to you guys today a little bit more about other things. But you know, I've been at it for 40 minutes here. Wow, my video is incredible, right? But this is so awesome. This is what I'm saying about, you know, doing this like this style, like live, because you know, there's no editing. I don't have to do anything. Now this video's ready. It just, you know, you guys get it as a Friday video, and yeah, it gives me more content. You guys get to see these tools. Let me know what you think. Ikape, again, wow. The tools are very, very nice. I really love them. Thank you for sending them out. If anybody sees this video, thank you. You know, I was hoping they would send me a tamping station. If you're out there, Ikape, come on. Please. I told you guys last time, I gave up on the tamping station. Unless I get one for free, I don't think I'm buying a tamping station. I'm just so used to my little bar towel. And everybody tells me, come on, man, get at least a little mat. I'll never forget that. That was so funny. The person that left me that comment, like, you got like $5,000 worth of equipment and you don't even have a little mat. So true, so true, so true. All right, cheers. Let me try this. It looks beautiful, man. I think I did a great job today. The amount of foam is perfect. Okay, this is a lot more what I'm used to, but man, there was something about the one I made with the anisone last time that with the brightness, I told you guys, I compared it to perhaps putting a little bit of orange juice into the drink that gives you that brightness and juiciness, a little bit of acidity. It was very interesting. I mean, weird for me, but very, very interesting. I loved it. This is a lot more of what I'm used to, and it's wonderful. But man, you know, maybe I'll rethink this whole situation with the lighter roasted coffees for milk drinks. What do you guys think? You guys prefer doing your milk drinks with a dark roast or something lighter? I think Carrie's always said that, well, Carrie always brews light roast. So, you know, whether it's for milk or whatnot, I think Carrie always brews light roast. So, but yeah, I kind of like having dark roast and light roast, and each one serves its purpose, you know? So I like both. Wow, that's delicious. Man, I did a good job again. Both, I think, good latte art, everything went well. I don't think I got stuck. I probably said something wrong along the way somewhere. Point it out, comment below. I probably made some kind of mistake, but things went fairly well. I know I lost my train of thought one time and I never went back to it. And when I refocused the camera, I forgot the word that I was looking for the, I would put it here on the screen if, you know, the same word escaped me previously on a video. And I looked, you know, when I was editing, I added the word back, but I can't think of it now. I'm not gonna waste time on that. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of that and start cleaning up here and stuff. But thank you for being here. This is should be the third Friday in a row that you guys get one of these style of videos. I can't wait to get feedback from you guys as to how you're, you know, enjoying this more raw kind of thing. But today, at least we had all the lighting, all the stuff, and I think it worked fairly well. Sometimes we'll be out on the balcony, and I can't wait to do one of those. And again, the lighting's been fixed. I know that, Jason, you said that, you know, isn't it gonna be difficult like with the lighting because you won't be able to see but I could see just fine. It looks darker than like on the video, it looks darker than in real life. Okay, I can put the camera to underexpose a little bit and it works just fine. But now I have different lighting for outside. We will not get the banding and it should look really, really nice. I'm gonna record one of those videos in this style. It will be almost live, okay? And I'll sit outside so you guys could see what it looks like, and I'll do one of those styles of videos. Maybe I'll do that one next. Who knows? Maybe next Friday, you'll get that. So yeah, I'm not committing to every Friday doing Friday and Sunday videos, okay? But the Sunday stuff is gonna stay the same. It's gonna continue like we've always been doing. You'll get those Sunday videos the same way. And then I'll add these Friday style of videos for now until eventually we go really live. And you guys will be able to comment and I'll hopefully share back and forth with you guys, whoever can be here. I know I have very few subscribers on the channel, so there will be some times when I'm just there by myself. I know that's gonna happen, probably most of the time. But at least if there's at least one person there with me, one or two of you guys, I should say folks, my goodness. You know, you just default back to guys. So a few videos ago, you might have heard me say that my sister keeps telling me, hey, you know, you got to be inclusive to the ladies. You know, I watch the videos and, but I do apologize for that. You always default to the word guys, but I'm referring to everyone. I wish I didn't do that. And I would use more like folks or family or friends. those are more inclusive, right? Anyway, thank you. You know what I mean. And I'm sorry if there's a couple ladies watching. Oh, you know, we have a new friend. She is from Brazil, I believe, Brazil, and she watches the videos in Portuguese. But, you know, I have no control. Okay, the name, I believe, is Margaret, I believe is the name. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong, but I believe it's Margaret. And, you know, she's been watching the videos, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but now on a lot of my videos, not all of them, and I have no control over that. Okay, YouTube dubs the videos into whatever languages it wants to. I have no control over that. But there are some videos that are dubbed into, like, I don't know, man, like 20 languages. I mean, you can hear me speaking in Japanese, Chinese, Portuguese, probably Dutch, and God knows all the kinds of languages. So try it one day. Go to the thing where you switch the languages, and you could hear me talking in those languages, but it won't be my voice. It's some, you know, like a voiceover from someone else, but but you could do that now. And then Margaret left me a comment this past weekend where the Sunday's video did not get dubbed into Portuguese, but I have no control over that. I looked at it, and it looked like it was in like German, French, and Spanish, English, and obviously English is the one I'm recording it in. But okay, there was a handful of languages, but not like some of the videos have a ton of languages, like a whole bunch. So I do apologize that it did not get dubbed into Portuguese. I'm sorry, but I have no control over that. Another thing is that now you can put the subtitles and read it. You know, it kind of, it's not the same. You'll have to read what's going on, but you could put subtitles in a lot of languages. So that one did have subtitles in Portuguese, although it was not dubbed into Portuguese. But the subtitles looks like maybe all the videos are getting the subtitles. I don't know how YouTube works this. Perhaps maybe in another week or so, it will have more languages, because maybe that takes time to build. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Margaret. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out here with me. I appreciate you guys a whole bunch. This video is coming up on 48 minutes. I'm looking at it right there. Man, I get going and then just keep going and going. Anyway, thank you for being here. Remember to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.